Yeah, the Men in Black. Galaxy Defenders. Oh, the good guys dressed in black. Remember that? I did not see you there. How long have you been there? Just look right here, and you will not feel a thing. Walk with me, just walk with me. Come on, make your neck work. Now scream, ah, here comes. Oh my god, you're still here. The dude's going, back to the 90s. Dude who loves movies. The dude's going, back to the 90s. Dude who loves movies. What's up, dudes and dudettes? My name's Cody, and I'm just a dude who loves movies. And today, I want to talk to you guys about 90s movie music. Do you remember the time back when they would make music for a movie, and sometimes the song would be bigger than the movie itself? Like a song that when they had the music video drop, they even had clips of the movie in it. It's kind of a lost art form they don't do anymore. But I want to go over 10. Yes, just 10. I know I could do a list of 50, maybe 100. Because the 90s was banging with songs like this. So let's get into it. Whoa, stop the press. Before we get started, I forgot. Welcome back to 90s month. Thank you guys for joining me back in Dude Who Loves Movies. It's 90s month for the rest of the month. And I want to thank you guys all for the positive feedback. You guys seem to be having a lot of fun. And I'm having a lot of fun doing these 90s videos. So I just want to warn you though, before we get started, there may be some singing. Okay, that was a lie. There's going to be a lot of singing, and I am so sorry. I apologize in advance. Now let's get this party train going. Yeah. I'm already annoyed with myself. Good luck. Alright, number 10 is going to be Men in Black, performed by Will Smith from the Men in Black soundtrack in 1997. This was a huge song. Will Smith was a huge star doing this huge song for this huge movie. Everything came together and it all worked out. I remember seeing this movie in theaters and hearing the song in theaters, and it just elevated the movie to a whole nother level. Like, Will Smith was the go-to man for blockbusters in the 90s, especially like the mid to late 90s. Like when it was July, you knew he was going to come out with a great movie and have a cool follow-up song. The song Men in Black actually samples and has a resung chorus from the song Forget Me by Patrice Rushman. Unfortunately, sad to say, Men in Black overshadows that original song, and they kind of forgot about her. Will Smith actually did this a couple years later, again with Wild Wild West. He made a song called Wild Wild West for the movie Wild Wild West, featuring Drew Hill and Kool Moe Dee, but it was a sample of a Stevie Wonder song called I Wish. Wild Wild West, the movie, was a flop, but the song was way bigger than the movie, and people still sing it to this day. And you have to be honest with yourself, you can't lie. When you're in the grocery store and you hear one of those Will Smith bangers come on the intercom, you just want to slide with him all the way down aisle 12. Am I wrong? Number 9 is going to be Take Me There, performed by Maya, Blackstreet, and Mace from the 1998 movie, the Rugrats movie. When the song came out, I loved the song. But when you think about it now, you're like, how did these R&B artists and this hip-hop artist end up on a kid's movie soundtrack? It just fits, though. And I remember the video vividly. It was like Maya, she was like tap dancing on that instrument. I can't remember what the instrument's called, but it goes, it makes the do like that beat for the Rugrats theme song. And then you have Blackstreet coming in. R-U-G-G. That's a test of that time, is we were able to have hip-hop artists and R&B artists on, little kids' movies. Because, let's face it, Rugrats was for, ages 3 to 12, probably. I'd still watch it. The 90s demographic was so much different. Like now, when you have a kid's soundtrack, I don't even know if they have soundtracks. I feel like it'd be like, I don't even know who'd be performing the songs on a kid's soundtrack now. It would be like, I'm not even going to guess because I can't guess. I guess Paw Patrol, I don't know what Paw Patrol would have as their theme song or who they would have perform, but they're not going to have, Trey Songz or, Kendrick Lamar doing the song for them. So it's crazy to think about, but it's kind of an awesome thing. And that was like an awesome time where you could have something like that. It was such a good movie, and it was such a banger show, the Rugrats, that when it finally got that movie, it got that treatment, and people really took this movie seriously. And I'm glad it came out with a serious soundtrack, and it was a banger. Take me to that place where RRAATTSS. That's actually something I really appreciate growing up in the 90s, is having, normal music on a soundtrack or whatnot, because I never really listened to, kids' music. I always listened to music that was on the radio. I don't know if I was just the only one or if that was just a normal thing, but I really dug that I could hear like these artists I was listening to on the radio do songs for movies and TV shows that I was watching, and something I don't really think is a thing anymore. And now for number 8, we're staying in 1998 with the hit song Come With Me, performed by Puff Daddy and Jimmy Page from the Godzilla soundtrack. Now, Godzilla did not do so well, but this song was a big hit. Dun-dun, dun-dun, dun-dun. It's a cool song, but if you actually listen to it, like, he's not really like saying anything really. I mean, he is, but he isn't. It's still a good song. I love the song. Damn these hoes, they're stepping on my toes. Come with me. And in the music video, Jimmy Page is like playing the guitar back there while the whole set's falling down. I am a fan of Godzilla 98, and this song was just part of it. Same with the Taco Bell commercials and everything like that. And this is also a sample of a Led Zeppelin song from the 70s called Kashmir. So another sampled song, but it's such a banger. Yeah. Da-na-na, 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 na-na-na. Come with me. And then it like kind of like cuts to him like wearing all white, and he's like floating, and it's like all of a sudden like a slow song. I close my eyes and I see you standing there. I cry. And then it goes da-na, da-na, and he's in Times Square. It's the video's off the wall, but I really enjoyed it. The song is like 6 minutes long, so no wonder you really don't hear that much on the radio. For number 7, we're going back to the early 90s. We're going to 1993 for The Day I Fall in Love, performed by Dolly Parton and James Ingram. This is for the Beethoven 2 soundtrack. You heard me, the Beethoven 2 soundtrack. Now this song is a romance song, a love ballad. Like, this is a straight up baby making music. It's funny, this is probably one of my favorites on the list, but I don't think it's as popular as the other ones on my list. It's definitely a song, if you heard it, you're like, oh, I know that song, oh, okay. But it's like, it goes super hard, and then, like, it's a song where you could, like, play at your wedding or something, like, you're on a romantic date or something, and then all of a sudden it gets to that one part when they're like, roll over Beethoven, come and play with me, and you're just like, wait, what? They just say Beethoven like the dog? It's one of my favorite videos too. Like, they are taking it dead serious, which they should, because it's their song. But definitely, if you have not heard this song, check it out and watch the music video. It is a great song and a great video. Just an ordinary day, started out the same old way. When I look into your eyes and see today will be the first for me. The day I fall in love. Roll over Beethoven, come and play with me. Imagine you just sitting there hating on me, and I'm here at 4 a.m. singing that love ballad from Beethoven 2. Number 6 is going to be Don't Let Go, performed by In Vogue from the Set It Off soundtrack in 1996. Now, this is actually one of those things where the music video is something I saw all the time, and it had the clips of the movie. So I didn't know what the movie really was until I saw this music video, and this music video really, really got me into wanting to see Set It Off, and I remember begging to rent Set It Off when it came out, and I remember renting it and absolutely loving it, and this song just like hypened it for me. I really, really love this song. I'm a huge, and I mean huge, In Vogue fan, and I have been because of this song and because of this video. Set It Off is actually one of my favorite heist movies, and it all because of that power of the music video when the song came out. Like, I when I tell you this music video got me hyped for this movie, trust me, it did. I love this song. I love the music video. I love In Vogue. I love Set It Off. And if you don't know what it is, look it up. But it's a banger. I'm sure if you heard it, you would absolutely know what it was. Number 5 is going to be Will You Be There, performed by Michael Jackson, the Free Willy soundtrack 1993. Now, this song was not made for Free Willy. This was actually a song that was on Michael Jackson's 1991 album, Dangerous. But there's a story that Richard Donner was actually at a dentist's office, and Michael Jackson was there too. They're both in the waiting room, and he was telling Michael Jackson that he was doing this movie, and he explained what Free Willy was about. And Michael Jackson's like, "Oh, really? Let me see a copy of that." And he's Michael Jackson, so he got an early copy of it, a rough cut, I guess he watched, and he absolutely fell in love with it. And he's like, "Hey, I want you to use this song, I Will Be There, or Will You Be There, for the soundtrack." And they did. And now whenever I hear this song, I immediately think of Free Willy. And I feel like nowadays, like, people don't really think of Michael Jackson and Free Willy, but if you think of Free Willy, you think of Michael Jackson, and it's because of the song. And he also did a song in the sequel called Have You Seen My Childhood, but it wasn't as popular or as big. But this song, I love this song, and I remember them showing like a part of the music video before the movie started on the VHS, so it's a great memory I have of Will You Be There from Michael Jackson from the Free Willy soundtrack. Do you guys remember that one? Also, people always complain about how trailers, ruin movies now or spoil movies now, but back in the day, back in 1993, Free Willy had a poster that spoiled the movie. Love that movie. Oh, and of course, I should be clear, Richard Donner did not direct Free Willy, but he did produce Free Willy. It was actually directed by Simon Windsor, who also directed movies like The Phantom, which is one of my favorites. Oh, and another fun fact about Free Willy. In Free Willy 2, the director is actually Dwight H. Little, who directed Halloween 4, Rapid Fire, Marked for Death, The More You Know. Dude Loves Movies, the place to come for random Willy facts.
Take 2.
Dude Loves Movies, the place to come for random Free Willy facts. Number 4 on my list is going to be I Will Always Love You, performed by Whitney Houston from the Bodyguard soundtrack 1992. This song, I don't think I need to really explain this song. Everybody's heard this song, and I feel like if you've heard it, you enjoy the song. In my humble opinion, it's one of the greatest songs ever made, and it's coming from one of the greatest singers ever made. Again, my humble opinion. But when you take a song like this with the powerhouse vocalist like Whitney Houston, you are going to get a banger of a song. And she did 7 songs on the Bodyguard soundtrack. And fun fact, this is actually a remake to a Dolly Parton song. A lot of people don't know that actually Dolly Parton wrote the song and performed the song way before Whitney Houston did. Powerful her voices and her lyrics are that it's so big that it overshadowed somebody like Dolly Parton. The Bodyguard to this day is the #1 selling soundtrack of all time. And number 3 on my list, I Believe I Can Fly, performed by R. Kelly from the Space Jam soundtrack 1996. Now, this one might be controversial or it may not be. I know that R. Kelly is a shit person, but the song is an absolute banger of a song. It's a great song. This is a phenomenal song, and I'm somebody who can separate the art from the artist. Yes, he's a bad guy, but he made good music. The Space Jam soundtrack is actually one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. It just has a lot of great hits. It has Seal on it. He's on this. He does the remake of the Steve Miller Band song "Fly Like an Eagle," which he does a great job, and I prefer the remake over the original. That's one of those cases. And also, when I was talking about the Rugrats soundtrack earlier with rappers being on these kids soundtracks, but it's a song that features all rappers, and it's for the Monstars. It's the Monstars theme song, "Hit 'Em High," and it has rappers Busta Rhymes, LL Cool J, Coolio, Be Real, and Method Man. It is a good freaking song. I like it a lot, and great soundtrack. But I Believe I Can Fly is my favorite song from the soundtrack, and it's something that everybody was singing when the song came out, and everybody was singing it for about 20 years after it came out. Remember, R. Kelly is shit, but this song is a hit. So the person is shit, but the song is a hit. So remember the song because it's a hit, but forget about the person because they're shit. Ba da 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 da. Number 2 on my list is "Kiss from a Rose," performed by Seal from the Batman Forever soundtrack 1995. This song is one of the greatest soundtrack songs ever made. And I don't think I'm alone when I say this. I think some people like this song better than the movie itself, which I understand, but I have a lot, and I mean a lot of love for Batman Forever, even Batman and Robin, who also has a banger soundtrack that people don't really talk about. But Batman Forever, when this song came out, this song, "Kiss from a Rose," actually, it was not made for Batman Forever. It was actually made for Seal, his own personal, or not his own personal, but for his own label. He released it. They even had a music video for it, and it just didn't chart anywhere. It just came out, and it was kind of flat. It just didn't really do anything, and Joel Schumacher really liked Seal's music, and he heard this song, and he really, really liked the song, but it didn't really fit anywhere in the movie. So what he did is he put it at the credits, and it was such a big hit, and people were so excited for the song and the movie that they actually, Joel Schumacher paid to have a music video made with just Seal standing in front of like the bat signal, and they showed clips of the movie, and the video's iconic, the song's iconic, the soundtrack's iconic, and personally, Batman Forever is iconic. So Seal, "Kiss from a Rose" is high on the list, and it could have been number 1. It was so close. But I think my number 1 is something you guys will agree is a big hit that really made a splash. So the number 1 song on my list of songs made for a 90s soundtrack is going to be "Gangsters Paradise," performed by Coolio for the Dangerous Minds soundtrack. Now, this song was a huge song. It charted at number 1 on the billboards. It played all the time, and people who weren't even into hip-hop enjoyed this song. This song had a great positive message, and it was trying to get a good message out there. And it even had this killer music video where Coolio was like rapping at Michelle Pfeiffer. This song was so big, and it was a song that was actually for like a movie that was under the Disney umbrella. So that's really weird to think that Gangsters Paradise is like part of the Disney family. I mean, I guess nowadays Disney owns so much, but back then it was just kind of, you had to be like, oh, I guess it is. But they were kind of hush-hush about the companies that they owned back then, like Hollywood Pictures and Touchstone and stuff like that. But Gangsters Paradise is a great song, powerful message, and I know you've heard it, and I'm sure you like it. Well, that was my top 10 songs made for movie soundtracks in the 90s. There were so many more I could have chosen, so many more that I can't even think of. I just wanted to pick 10 of them and put them in no particular order. Maybe number 1, number 2, number 3 are like higher up there, but every one of these on my list could be a number 1 on one of your guys' list. So let me know, do you guys remember these songs? I'm sure you remember these songs, but are there any that I'm missing? And how would you rank your top 10 or maybe your top 5? Maybe give me your top 3 down in the comments below. Don't forget to roundhouse kick that like button, comment, subscribe. Thank you for joining me on 90s month. We are knee deep in it, and we're still going on, trucking along that. Follow me on Instagram. That's DudeWhoLovesMovies, one word. Cheers, who's respecting. Have a great day. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Baby! To see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's meant to be broken, I just want you to know who I am.